Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
So, do's and don'ts related to diet are termed as I mentioned, pathya, do's and apathya. Although pathya changes as per the individual's prakriti, that is nature or constitution, disease, if person is suffering a particular kind of disease, region, season and bal, the strength of the person, and multiple other factors. There are few food articles that are considered as pathya in general for many for any individual healthy or disease, like very popular food in India is khichdi, and different regions prepare those with their peculiarity or speciality, but that is like universal food. Ahar parinamam kal means the time required to complete the digestion and transformation of the food. Sufficient time must be given for food to get digested, to get assimilated before we take up the next round of diet. In order to acquire all the benefits from ahar, those benefits are longevity, strength, lustre, nourishment, growth, health and well-being, it is necessary that ahar gets completely digested, that is called prapak digestion, and transformed properly into rasa dhatu, that is called vipak digestion. So, prapak digestion is ahar gets completely digested by the intestine or the stomach and properly transformed into rasa dhatu. What are the dhatus? You remember the asthi, majja, rakt, etc. We discussed about 6 type of dhatus, sorry 7. So, we discussed about 7 dhatus, which are the basic constituents of the body. How that food which is absorbed by the digestive system is transformed, is converted into different dhatu, that is called vipak digestion. Routine and diet to be according to the season, we are going to have more detail on this, and it should be also according to the dincharya, the particular time of the day. We mentioned about role of food and Agni in the form of Oj, Tej and Pran. So, Ayurveda gives immense importance to the status of Agni. Agni is believed to be the moolam, the base, the root of the life like that of ahar. Ahar taken from outside is converted in the form of energy by Agni, and this energy is responsible for all vital functions of our body. So, Agni is critical for one's life. It is the cause of health, nourishment, strength and lustre, and that is reflected in Ojas, Tejas and Prana. These are the 3 dimensions, 3 aspects, 3 types rather of life energy. These are the subtle aspect of Vat, Pitta, Kapha. Therefore, it is clear that Agni and Ahar both impact the life equally in every aspect. So, what are these Agni? How it is reflected? It is reflected in Prana, that is the subtle aspect of Vata. It is also reflected in Tej, which is subtle aspect of Pitta. It is reflected in Ojas, which is subtle aspect of Kapha. In the balanced form, these life energies are reflected in our day to day life as well. So, when Prana is well balanced, we have creativity, adaptability, we are inspired and we are enthusiastic about some idea or some ideals. When Tej is balanced, we are confident, motivated, content and passionate about things. When Oj is balanced, we are relaxed, content, joyful and stable. When Prana is unstable, when the Prana is out of balance, we experience a lethargy, we remain unmotivated, we are possessive about things and more like clingy. When Tejas is out of balance, we are more angry, we are more critical, we are judgmental and we are aggressive. When Ojas is unbalanced, we are restless, spacey, anxious and disorganized. So, there is a time for reflection. Look at these qualities and reflect what are the things which you are experiencing in your day to day life, what the balance aspect of these life energies are experienced by you, which are mostly defining your waking experience, and then also reflect what kind of restlessness, what kind of unbalance you are experiencing in the life. You need to look at both. Some aspect must be balanced in our life, so you might be experiencing some of these things, and some aspects might be out of balance or unbalanced in the life. What is balanced aspect of your life? That is reflecting that quality of energy is well established in your personality, and those aspect of unbalanced life which you can relate to are reflection of lack of that particular kind of energy. So, am I feeling more angry, am I more critical, more judgmental, more than what is required to be aggressive, or am I the restless person, am I more anxious and disorganized person, am I more lethargic, bit unmotivated, possessive and clingy person. These are the points of reflection. Based on the reflection of the balance aspect and unbalanced aspect, we can think about what aspect of energy has to be strengthened in our personality, whether Prana, Tej or Oj. And according to that, you can choose your food. In the Dharma Wiki pages, it is very clearly explained what are the kind of food which enhances Ojas, what is the kind of food which enhances Tejas, what is the kind of food which enhances Prana. Please have a look at it, and you set up that experiment by changing diet a bit, and then notice your experience, and with the conscious experience you can actually manage your life energies and reach to the highest level of potential possible. Let us look at another aspect of food which is deeply connected to the seasonality. And to understand the Ritucharya, that is our activities according to season, we need to understand the movement of earth around the sun in 1 year, in one revolution. So, there are two paths, Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. Uttarayan is generally starts with 14th of Jan and it reaches to the 21st of June. So, that part is called Uttarayan. Energy of sun is felt more in India and many parts of the world. Then comes Dakshinayan. That Dakshinayan means the energy keep reducing and keep reducing till the time we reach to 14th Jan. Pinnacle of Uttarayan is summer solstice, and pinnacle of the Dakshinayan is winter solstice. But earth orbit also has axial tilt, that is why the uniqueness of the seasons happen in different parts of the earth. So, in 1 year we have one Uttarayan and one Dakshinayan. Uttarayan is also called Adan Kal and Dakshinayan is called Visarga Kal. 6 months of the Uttarayan are divided into 6 ritus. That is why the term Ritucharya has come. What are those ritus? Magh, Phagan, Chaitra, Vaisakh, Jyeshtha, Ashadh. These are the 6 months which are in the Uttarayan Kal, and Uttarayan Kal is of 6 months, and this whole period of 6 months is divided into 2 months each, and that is why 6 ritus are identified during this time period. Similarly, during the Dakshinayan also 6 ritus are identified, and naturally each ritu is of 2 months. So, ritus during Dakshinayan Kal are Shravan, Bhadrapad, Ashwin, Kartik, Margashish and Paush. So, 3 seasons in the first part of the year during the Uttarayan is called Shishir, Vasant, Grishma. 3 seasons during the Dakshinayan are Varsha, Sharad, Hemant. So, Shishir is winter, Vasant is similar to spring, Grishma is summers, Varsha is monsoon time, the Sharad is the time between the more cold period and after the monsoon period, and Hemant is again the coldest period of time. So, these 6 ritus are there in a year. These ritus are connected to the movement of earth around the sun. Naturally, the amount of light being received by earth and all the organism varies and systematically varies across these ritus. So, that amount of light which is differently available to the different organism at different point of time naturally have impact on their anatomy and physiology. Their physiological activities are deeply governed by the intensity of the light or availability of the sun, duration of the day and night, all these things govern the physiological activities. So, this body, the human beings, their physiology is affected by ritu, and what all vanaspatis, what all organisms and food grow during this time is also governed by ritus and the movement of earth and resultant availability of the sunlight and the duration of the day, etc. So, based on this our tendencies change. So, Uttarayan indicates the ascent of sun or northward movement of the sun. In this period sun and wind are powerful, that is why it is called Adan Kal. This is the period of gradual movement of earth around sun to the position in which the rays of sun fall perpendicularly at 30° meridian of north pole on 21st every year, and that is why it is called summer solstice. The northward journey of the sun from tropic of Capricorn to tropic of the Cancer happens during this time. The sun takes away, since the amount of heat gradually increases during this time, it takes away the strength of people and cooling quality of earth. It brings increase in the tikkat, which is bitter, kashaya, which is astringent, and katu, that is pungent, rasas, taste respectively, which brings about dryness in body and reduces the strength. During Uttarayan season, as I mentioned, these winter, spring and summer occur. Similarly, Dakshinayan indicates the descent of the sun or movement of sun in southern direction. In this period the wind is not very dry, moon is more powerful than sun, and it is called a Visarga Kal. This is the period of gradual movement of earth around the sun to the position in which the rays of sun fall over 30° meridian of the south pole perpendicularly on December 21st every year, and that is why it is called winter solstice. The southward movement of sun occurs from tropic of Cancer to tropic of Capricorn. Earth becomes cool due to clouds, rains and cold winds, unctuousness sets in the atmosphere, and the amla, the sour, the lavan, the salt, the madhur, sweet ras, they become prominent. So, the strength of person enhances during this period. And as I mentioned, during the Dakshinayan we have monsoon, autumn and late autumn. Because of this seasonality and their deep association with the plant physiology and the animal physiology and human physiology, we need to take care of our diet according to the season. And this paper of Thakkar, Chaudhary and Sarkar, they have elaborated very in great detail what should be taken, what should be the ahar during a particular season and what should be avoided in the particular season. For example, the Shishir Ritu, the winter time, jaggery, fats, edible oil, flour product, green vegetable, lasun, haritika meaning turmeric, pippali, these are good food. But during this time the cold drink and vata aggravating drinks like Bengal gram or too much food having sour and bitter, that must be avoided. Puffed rice etc. also should be avoided. But then come back to the monsoon season and there you can enjoy the old barley, rice, meat soup, sandha, lavan, these things. And different from this season is Hemant, where milk and milk product can be enjoyable, and the vata aggravating food like Bengal gram etc. must be avoided again. So, like this we need to take care of the Ritu Charya. Ritu is the first point of reference about food, what should be taken as food. Edible things are so many, but anything edible is not food, not the appropriate food, and that consciousness and that understanding must be inculcated.